Hey, welcome back to the channel. Ashley here, and today I'm going to start the second above ground garden. I'm going to take you out to the one that I currently have right now and show you what I'm going to do a little differently and what I'm going to keep. All right, so we're here at the first above ground garden that I showed in a couple other videos. I am going to keep the half lap. That seems to be a pretty good cut right now for just a garden. But what I am going to do differently right now is I'm going to just remove that center post and just run the 2x4 all the way across and just eliminate that center post right there. And I'm also not going to make it as wide. I'm only going to make it 2 feet wide. So I'm going to run it probably right here, then eventually build another one on this side here. So, all right, let's get started. As you can see, we got the wood here, we got a couple pavers. I got 10 2x4s, one 4x4, and about 10 cedar fence planks right there. Okay, so I got the lumber unloaded out of the van. It is cedar. I bought it at Lowe's, and with my veterans discount, it's about $150 for the lumber that you see here. You can go a little cheaper if you want. I just happen to like cedar for gardens. You can definitely use treated wood or untreated wood if you want, but I would strongly advise not to use anything that's not treated or cedar. So 150 bucks, you can definitely go a little bit more inexpensive if you go with treated lumber. So I went to the other garden that's already completed and measured the post on each corner and in the middle. Again, I'm only going to do the corners on this one here. And they measure about 20 inches. I did have some leftover lumber from the last one that I did, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip these down with just a regular saw. Okay, so I got these posts cut the length, and I'm getting ready to drill the pocket holes in these. Again, these are going to be the parts that go longwise or horizontal to these right here. They're not going to be the top railing. So I'm going to do pocket holes here, here, and here on at least the top ones. So that way they can grip. I'm not really worried about the top one being exposed to water because it'll have the rail that goes on top of it. Underneath, of course, no water will seep in there. So we'll go ahead and get these jigged up real quick. I did go ahead and put this at the right depth right here, about 1.5 inches for this. If you've never used I think these are Craig pocket hole jigs, practice on some scrap wood first, because it did take me a little while to learn how to use it. Not real long, but probably would have helped if I read the instructions. All right, let's go ahead and put this in. I'm just gonna line it up, just trying to center it best you can, and just lock it down. There's a couple different versions of these that you can buy, but this is the one I have. So I got the first one drilled. I went ahead and flipped it over, and I'll show you guys how to get this these sides here, because this won't fit. Just leaves little pocket holes in there like that. And you can use their screws, or you can just use regular wood screws. It really doesn't really matter. The wood screws are a little bit less expensive. 4 pieces here, cut, drilled pocket holes in them. I'm still not going to do the ones on the side yet. I'm going to come over here and cut this to length. I want it to be 24 inches. But I'm going to use this one as part of here. Just flip it over. You won't see that because it's a little messed up here. And got some rough edges right here. I mean, it is cedar. So I'm just going to use this as a handrail, but I'm going to cut the one of these into 24-inch lengths right there, and then do the pocket holes on the flat side or the longer side. So I got this measured out 24 inches, got it clamped here, and I'm just going to use a handsaw just to cut it real quick because these are just real simple, easy cuts. So since it's shorter, you can definitely just turn it upright like this and use it like this. You just unclamp it like that. Pretty easy. You just grab your next one, center it. See if it's tight. Might need to make some adjustments. Drill your holes. Just that quick. Center it. Tighten it. Okay, I'll finish these up. Okay, so now we're going to do a pocket hole on the sides here. We're going to take this off here. Slides out real easy, and then we're just going to have to clamp it down on here and figure out our distance. I measured this and clamped it in. It's about 1.5 inches from the edge right there. So it's the same measurement as you would use if it was in the jig. So then we'll just drill it on both ends and flip this one over because this will be a top piece. I'll do the top piece top and bottom, or on each edge here, and then the bottom ones I'll just do one edge. All right, so I've got all the pocket holes drilled in all these, even on the side. You can kind of see right there. These are going to be the uppers, while these are going to be on the lowers. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing the half lap on each one. And there's a couple different methods you can use. Well, actually several different. Hand saw, skill saw, router, any of that stuff. So I'm just going to use the skill saw. Or get your measurements. Is just get you an old scrap piece, square it up with this, and shoot a straight line across there, and then you'll find your middle line here. Cut a straight line. You can use a handsaw, skill saw, or something like that, and I'll show you how to set up the skill saw that I have. Okay, so I got this measured halfway in between here, so I'm going to take my skill saw. You got to bring this back right here, the safety, and then you got to. Some saws are different, but this one here is easily adjustable. So you want that back. And you want your blade at the right there. You can see where that little tooth right there is, right about on that line. So you want to lock it down there. Okay, so got the line here. The first cut we're going to do is along this line here at that set depth, and they're just going to make several cuts along here. All right, next thing we'll do, we'll just take a hammer and pop these out. And that's what we'll continue doing with the railing going all the way around it, is just do little cuts like this. I'll probably do something they refer to as a Polish plane on this one here. You can either take a sander, chisels, whatever you want to do with this, but I'm just going to use my skill saw as a little makeshift planer. All right, so I already kind of set this up to kind of plane it a little bit. I'll use the skill saw for that. So you gotta get your guard out of the way, and what you want to do, you want to just kind of ride it along there like that. As you can see, kind of took those rough edges. It's not completely perfect. I'm going to try to hit that a little bit more, but it's pretty smooth. Okay, so this is going to do it for today's video. Kind of showed you guys the lumber, the cost that we got, kind of what we're doing the half lap, and also drilling the pocket holes. On the next video, we'll start assembling and cutting down the fence planks to size, and then get it up there, level it, and start throwing some dirt in there and start growing some vegetables. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up, share, and comment. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one.